Hello everybody, welcome to another video which is after a month, something like this. Sorry guys. So today it is all about managing files. In one of my previous videos I told you what are files and folders. If you do not know or you want just to update your recollection memory, you can just click the link up here or up here, somewhere here up, or in the description, what are files and folders. And when you're done, continue watching this video. Okay, so managing files. Today I will be talking about where you can manage the files on Windows operating system, how to create a file and folder, how to move, rename, copy, etc, etc, etc. Files, of course. And also, okay, so without further ado, let's just start, shall we? So, very first thing is about File Manager, where we are managing the files. You can do it directly inside the Windows operating system or any others. In Windows operating system, integrated one is File Explorer. So let's just look at the Windows desktop. So here is File Explorer for me down here. As you see, this orange blue icon. If I click on it with left mouse button, I see the File Explorer opened and you can do a bunch of different stuff. Another way is if you have shortcut on the desktop, this PC. If you open it, same window pops up. Another way to open is to, let's say, click Start Menu or Search, does not matter. And you can just start typing File and here it is, File Explorer. Click on it with left mouse button and remember, you can manage files inside the File Explorer itself, or you can also manage files directly from your Windows desktop, yeah. You can also rename, delete, add inside the Start menu, etc. Remember that File Explorer is not the only file managing tool that you can use. There is also third-party ones. So if I open up, let's say, Google search engine and type in, for example, one of most popular, Total Commander, you can visit the web page and you can download it, try it if you want, etc. You can also search inside search engine, like say File Explorers Windows, for example, top 10 best File Explorer alternatives. That is enough for this. Let's go to the second part, which is how to create a file and how to create a folder. So now I will just go on my Windows desktop, and if I want to create some file, text file, let's say, just to enter some text and nothing else, I can just right mouse button click somewhere empty on the desktop, go to New and click Text Document. There is also a bunch of different possibilities that you can create folder, shortcut, I have also a Word document, etc, etc, etc. Remember, in your case, most likely it won't be the same as mine. You can have more or less stuff, it all depends what you have in Windows operating system and of your settings. So let's say text document, I can just click text document, you see the name of text document is selected, I can just start typing, let's say, demo text document, for example, and press enter key on the keyboard. .txt is the extension. I talked about that in my previous video, which is what are files and folders. If you did not watch it and you did not know that, go watch it now. Pause this video, go watch it now and come back later. Okay, here this is the file. I can just open it and start using the document. Same goes for the folder. Right mouse button click, new, and I can click folder. And let's say we can type documents. Press enter key on the keyboard, and here it is, folder documents. We've done this. Now let me show you how to manage your files. So over here I have a bunch of different files, all scrambled up. So let's say if I want to move the document, I don't want it over here, but I want only to be inside the documents folder. It is easy. You can do it on 3 different methods. First method is just to click with left mouse button, and while holding left mouse button, drag it over the folder or wherever you want to have it and release. And you see the file is moved. If I open documents, this file is over here. Second method to move the file is just to left mouse button click on the file you want to move, right mouse button click on it, click cut, and you can go inside the documents folder, somewhere empty, right mouse button click and click paste. Another way to move with keyboard shortcut, I showed you already in one of my previous videos, which is keyboard shortcuts inside the Windows operating system. I don't remember what is the exact name of the tutorial, but you can find it down below in the description, and it should be somewhere up here. Just enjoy, watch it. Click on the file, on the keyboard press and hold Ctrl, click X key and release both keys. Go inside the folder wherever you want to have it, click somewhere empty, click and hold Ctrl and click V key and release, and all 3 files are moved. Ctrl V is to paste some element. Ctrl X is to prepare this element, some element to move. That is why now I will show you the same 3 methods with the how to copy files. Now if I want, let's say, to copy this specific file inside the documents, but I want the original to stay over here, but copy of this file to be inside the documents, it is very easy, very similar to moving. So if I left mouse button click on the file, I can just click and hold this file and move it over the documents, or inside the documents if file manager is open, does not matter. You see it says move to documents, but if I press and hold Ctrl or Ctrl button on the keyboard, it changes to copy to documents. So if I release left mouse button and then Ctrl button, you see the original stayed over here on the desktop and copy went inside the documents folder. Next way is just to click the file you want to copy, right mouse button click and click copy. Go inside the document or on the document itself, does not matter, right mouse button click and click paste. And last is with keyboard shortcut, which is if you click on the file and then click and hold Ctrl or Ctrl button, and while holding press C key and release both buttons. Nothing actually happens, but if you go inside the folder, press and hold Ctrl button, and while holding Ctrl press V. And as you see, build template is copied and it stayed on the desktop. Next, let's say we want to move multiple files at once somewhere, or copy, does not matter. So I will just click first one, and I can just press and hold Ctrl button on the keyboard and just select every single other files of documents that I have here. Also those ones that I copied, but you will see why. So now when I selected all of the files, I can release Ctrl button, and now I can just move it inside the documents. But here it asks me what I want to do. Because if you remember, I copied those three files, all of those files already into the documents. So now that they are all one and the same. So I can do multiple stuff. I can replace the files in the destination. So those three files will be moved inside the documents, and the files inside the documents will be overwritten. That is good if you do not need the existing files inside the documents anymore, but you want to preserve those files that you are moving. But let's say you do not want to move those files, you want to leave it on the desktop, you can just click skip these files. But also there is option let me decide for each file. If you click on it, it asks you. If you check this checkbox down here, skip 3 files with the same date and size, no files will be here, because all those 3 files are exactly the same ones that is inside the documents. If the size or name is different, it will ask you, just like this, what do you want to do? I want to keep those files that I want to move it, but those in documents I do not want anymore. I will leave unchecked. If I want to keep the files which is inside the documents, but I do not want to override them with these 3 files, I will check files already inside the documents. But you can also check all the files. In this case, the files inside the documents will stay inside like they are, but these files will be moved inside, but it will be automatically renamed. Both copies of the files will be present inside the documents itself. I would just want to skip all these 3 files. I would just check it down here and click continue. Next is how to delete specific file or folder. It is same for both of them. Those 3 files I want to delete, so I can just select first one. And now I can just right mouse button click and click delete. The same thing you can do just by pressing delete key on the keyboard. It is same if you do right mouse button click and delete. And all of those files are going into the recycle bin. So if by mistake you want to bring back the files you by mistake deleted, just open recycle bin, select the files you want to extract, or just click restore all items if all of those files you want to extract. Restore. And yes, I want to restore it. And you see, all these 3 files are back. Another way to delete the files is permanent delete. But I do not need those 3 files, let's delete them. First way is just to click and drag onto the recycle bin just like before. But the change is to click and hold Shift key on the keyboard. You see, it automatically switched from move to recycle bin to delete. And if you release mouse button, it will remove it. It won't be in the recycle bin anymore. Another way is just to right mouse button click Shift key on the keyboard, and while holding, click delete. And it asks if I really want to delete it completely, because then it is unrecoverable. You can click yes, but in this case I will click no, because I need to show you another way. The last way is just to select the file or files you want to delete, click and hold Shift button on the keyboard, and while holding, click Del key on the keyboard, and then just release both buttons. And now, if I want to completely remove it, I will click yes, and here it is. This file is not over here, but I deleted it. So now I can just empty recycle bin click, or right mouse button click and on the recycle bin and click empty recycle bin. Do it either way, and all of the files inside here will be completely deleted. So next I can create few more folders for all of the rest of the files. I'll go quickly through. And now it is sorted by the pictures, videos, programs and such. And the last thing that I want to show you that I almost forgot is how to rename specific folder or file or whatsoever. Let's say videos I want to rename. I can do it in two different ways. One way is just to click with left mouse button on the file or folder, does not matter, and press key F2 on the keyboard. And now just type in the name. For example, my videos. Press enter key on the keyboard and that is it. The second way is just to click on the folder or file, right mouse button, click on it and click on rename. Another way is to click on the folder or file and wait a little bit, few seconds, and click it again. And you can rename it however you want. Now we can continue managing the files. If I open up, let's say, documents folder, I see here a bunch of different files, which is a little bit mess over here. I can sort them. Let's say I can create a subfolder. Folder inside the documents, which is called subfolder. So I can just somewhere empty inside the documents, I can right mouse button click, go to new and click folder. And let's say I can type bills, press enter key, select the files and move to bills. Also you can also create for others. And so on. I just created bills, manuals and work stuff. And that way my stuff are even better sorted all the way through. Now this way you can sort all of your files however you want. You can also plug in the USB flash drive, copy files over to your flash drive, create folders, whatever you want, send it and bring it to your friend, or you can send the files over the email, over the local network, etc, etc, etc. Basically, now I showed you those basic stuff about managing your files. One other thing that I want to show you inside the File Explorer itself is, let's go to the computer. So here, if I click on this PC, I see here under Devices and Drives, local disk C and DVD drive. So here, if you have, let's say, connected to your flash drive, it would be here as additional disk drive or external some key. Maybe you want to insert your solid state drive disk inside your computer or whatsoever. You can just open it, let's say local disk C, open it, go inside the folder or wherever you want to copy, move, whatsoever, and manage all of the data. And that was it for today. I hope you liked the video. If you have any questions, did not understand something whatsoever, just type everything below this video in the comment section. Remember that more links and videos that are also included from my previous tutorials, all of this is inside the description of this video. Yeah, it left me to say thank you all for watching. Of course, subscribe to my channel and click bell icon, notify all, so you get notified about new videos that I post. Of course, give thumbs up if you like the video, thumbs down if you did not, and share with others so others can learn also. And until next time, have a blessed people and see ya. Ciao!